morning, guys, and welcome back to iPunt Smart. Today we're looking at Turffontein, and for those that followed us yesterday, Queen Supreme showed his class. Best bet on the card, won extremely well. In fact, our ratings was doing extremely well yesterday, which is pretty good for feature days, because feature days all the horses from all the provinces gets together, and that does make things quite a bit trickier. I think the ratings actually did better than my preview, purely because I didn't always listen to my preview. As you can see, the first race, Emperor's Decree, the 8-1 was actually the top rated and won, but the editor picked Royal Flush and Real Advisor and Emperor's Decree, which did run the trifecta, but I was still silly enough to think that these back figures can't be overturned, and it was by plenty. The second race, the top rated at least one, Sovereign Rose, that was one of our green stars meaning good stuff. Yellow stars meaning just my rating. In the third race, I got it spot on again. African Rain, my first choice there with the yellow star, won. And then Quintus Delay, well, the top four ran the quartet, so that was pretty good. In the next race, I actually got the quartet straight line. Casimir, Russet F, Fabian, and King of Gems. In the fifth race, Nexus was my first choice, that disappointed, but Golden Ducat won well, coming back after being headed. So that wasn't too bad. Second rated one. In the sixth race, obviously Queen Supreme. Then Clouds Unfold was my third choice, and Princess Color that I talked about also got in the places. In my seventh race, again the top four ran the quartet. Jet Dark. I unfortunately missed out on the pick six, which is a bit silly because I've spoken about in that video about Justin Snaith and Grant van Niekerk and the Justin Snaith benefit day. In the next race, the top rated Real Gone Kid, again the winner. Irish Morning, the one I spoke about, that was a good value, also ran a place, and Tarantino was the fourth choice. In the last race, again Greenie Warrior, second green star of the day, also a winner. So as you can see, it went very well. And in the last, my top rated Azores ran a place at 2 rand 40. So it was a great day all in all. But let's move over to today, to Turffontein. And in the first, I'm going with Candice Dawson and Shimanga Kumalo. It does look pretty decent, and it could be a Candice Dawson double. So Miracle and Wonder is the top rated in the first race, and it's followed by Candice Dawson double in this, by Candice Dawson top rated in the second race. My second choice, however, is Bold Lear at 20-1. You see the hidden form here on the BAT 84 of 4.17, and the best BAT CD, and the best median speed, and the probability stats 38 races over Class G. Turffontein 1400 meters shows a 21% chance, or 1 in 5% chance for Bold Lear to win at 20-1, so that's pretty good value. And then a 30% on exact course and distance BAT CD to win, so that's good value, and 17% on the bum roll 168 days, so that's my second choice. And then the third choice, Queen Anne's Lace. Fourth choice, Green Hill. But if there's no skullduggery happening here, I'm quite confident that Miracle and Wonder should win that race. In the second race, especially after Miracle and Wonder won the first race, Future Lady comes up as a green star, currently at 280 or 180% to win. The probability stats doesn't support it all that much, because the best here is at 36% on opening betting. So from a probability perspective, 36% chance of getting 180%. It's not really worth it. But be that as may, the reason why I didn't bank a Future Lady in my pipe pot. So I also added up with Mode, with being very consistent. Stefanus Botha's only got 2 for the day. Seister has only got the 1 ride for the day. So that for me is a decent little backup, and also 17% on exotic ranking, and 14% on statistical form, and 25% on super rule percentage to win. And then another one that I've added up is Princess Sabrina, that also only has Clinton Binder for 2 for the day. And the second best on bat 42 on the green bats, Irish Willow is the second best on when you look at red bats, and Princess Sabrina on green bats. So Irish Willow is actually a bit of a rough here, 10 to 1, purely because he's on red bats, only one length behind from Future Lady. So if you look at these two, it's 1400. Irish Willow didn't do all that well when he went to a 1200. It was his worst bat run. But the 1000 meter he got a 2.35. Doesn't look, based on this one going up to the 1200, that he does better over the longer distance, but maybe that race didn't pan out the way it should be. But the odds also suggested that he is drifting, so it does, from a data perspective, suggest that the 1400 is going to be too far for him. So I only went 834 with my bigger perm, the 5. I don't think anything else should win that race. In the third race, we have another green star here in the form of I Am L, Wai Chong Mawing and Wai Chong Mao, and the Mawing brothers. The bats doesn't suggest a runaway victory. The tongue tie is fitted. He is the favorite. He's got far best of greeny points, but only 20% on greeny points, 36% on opening betting, which he shares with Ray's the Red Lantern. So by now, Candace Dawson could be looking for a third winner. Both of them on their third run, so both of them very much due for improvement, and the bat figures is only 2 lengths from each other. So those two definitely the valid favourites, to say the least. And then there's a bit of a roughie on Courtney Lee. Grant Maroon and Dickon, 1.5 kilos taken off the back. Dickon's only got 2 for the day. And for a 33 to 1 shot with an overall ranking of 26% to win, it's pretty good. 30% on exact course and distance, the bat CD. And if you look at the place prospect for a place, it jumps up Courtney Lee 66% to place a top 3 on overall ranking and 60% on exact course and distance bat. And you can even take a top 4 for a 33 to 1 shot. And then your top 4 statistics from 38 probability stats over this Turffontein Class G 1400 meters gives you a 74% chance on overall ranking to win. Now that is pretty darn decent for a 33 to 1 shot for a 77% chance to make the top 4. So 469 in my buy pot, 469 in my PA. Then we move over to the fourth race, and I do think Marigold is a very, very, very strong winning probability, by all means, because just purely looking at the bats, there's 12 lengths between Marigold and Kayla's Champ, and then 22 lengths between Marigold and the next best, Cockney Pride. So probably a pick 6 banker. Wouldn't be surprised if that is the winner of this race. My second choice, Cockney Pride. Cockney Pride's bat CD, which is the consistency factor over the last 8 months, does suggest that it's only 2.58 lengths worse than Marigold on consistency, and it does have a 25% chance to win on exact course and distance bat, which is the second highest probability perspective. So that's my second choice. And then my third choice is Kayla's Champ. Fani Bronkhorst, he takes the 2.5 kilos off the back with Macaulay. So he would be my third choice, 1, 2, and 3. I don't think that Queen Bomi Sidonian Keep Smiling should win, but you have to take a chance. So maybe banker 1, or otherwise 2 and 3 included. In the fifth, I think one of the best value bets for me for the day is Tight 5. Now, Tight 5 is a lovely price at 4 to 1 at the moment. And Tight 5 does lead on most aspects. And 5 lengths on the bat 42 with no hidden surprises or anything that I can see, because this Golden Duke at 4.5 doesn't have a greatest of a, he needs to improve from an 18.13 bat on 84 days to a 0 bat on 0 days, which is where Tight 5 is. So that's 18 lengths. So I don't think Golden Duke can actually do that. And therefore, Shantari and Lyle Lewitson on tight 5 is great value for me. My second choice here is Louis VII, which is a 20 to 1 shot. Ryan Munger and Tyron Zaki, and these previous bat figures, bat 168 of 3 lengths is pretty good, and he's also the third on bat 42, so decent a bit of value. And then Purple Panther is my third choice, that has the best bat course and distance, the best bomb roll 168, 28% chance to win. And I think 7-8 is enough for the bipod. I'll even bank a number 7. I quite like tight 5, or 7-8 in the PA, and then the pick 6, 7-8-2 with the additional Silver Master, the 3 in brackets. Maybe Oscar Wilde has a bit of a chance. You do have a 17% here on exact distance, median speed, but these bat figures doesn't really suggest it because his adjusted time is not all that great. So I just went 7-8-2 with the additional 3 in brackets. In the 6th race, it does look a bit open. So in the 6th race, I actually do think that could be a bit open on this race. I've gone with Golden Pheasant as my overall ranking top and my first rated. 25% chance to win on overall ranking, 20% chance to win on form, and 30% on exotic ranking. So Golden Pheasant, my first choice. Then I've gone with Zouaves, my second choice. Grand Maroon and Habib. Best course bat CD and bomb roll 168. My third choice, Wasim, 16 to 1. The statistical form and the intent on 25% does appeal, and he does take the steals off and going with the Alamites today. So that is, he also sees he ran second on his only try on the 1400 Turffontein, and he's got the red flames both ways for Callan Murray and Mike de Kock. And Callan Murray was very upset that he didn't ride Queen Supreme for Mike de Kock yesterday, so the de Kock stable is in good form. So that's my third choice. So 7 followed by 3 and 4, and in the bigger perm 8 and 6, which is Put on the Red Light and Donderweer. Now, the reason why I'm going with Put on the Red Light is coming from a bit of a rest, has the highest super rule percentage, is the favorite, and Terry can come back with quite an improvement given he's got a 49.5 kilos on his back. So have to be considered. And then the top T curve, Fani Bronkhorst and Donnerweer. Mallorca's only ride for the day, highest on greeny points, highest on median speed, and best on bat figures, 5 lengths better than Golden Pheasant, but hasn't done the 1400 meters. Fani Bronkhorst is in a little bit of form. He's not all that bad. He's only had 1 run since his last win. So have to be considering him as well. I've gone 7, 3, 4, 8, and 6, as well as 2 in my pick 6. Tierra del Fuego, Shantari and Lyle Lewitson, the other Terry and Lewitson. You can see the rankings doesn't do all that well for Terry in this race. So I think it's going to be a bit of an upset leg. The 2 favorites, both 3.3, doesn't really rate very well. So a lot of people will probably take the 2 favorites in their PA. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be taking 7, 3, and 4 with the 8 and 6 in my bigger perm. Moving on to the 7th race, and here we have an interesting greenie of 8 to 1 Celestial Love. Now, you can see the bat figures is 4 lengths better than Anna Capri and 7 lengths better than Bequest. So 6, 3, and 2 is enough for me in the bipod as well as in the PA, and I've added the 5 in the pick 6, which is Rapid Fire. 8th leg. In the 8th leg, I've gone 7-4-1, which is Ula, and my second choice, Springs of Carmel, because of these good bat figures and coming back from a rest. And my third choice, Pool Party at 8 to 1, also coming from a rest with a bat exact course and distance as the best. So that is my 7-4-1, and the bigger perm 3 and 6, which is 008, and Frosted Steel as my 4th and 5th choice. It is a bit open, this one as well. So in the bigger perm of the pick 6, I've also gone 8 and 5. 8 and 5, Christmas Flower, and Talini is the other one. And in the last race, we've got another greenie here, Impressive Duchess at 8 to 1. Doesn't have all that much better than the second choice Dunia. And then there's quite a gap to the third choice on the back figures, which is Bella Black and Nina Amelia. So I've gone 2, 9, and 10 in my PA, and I've gone 2, 9, 10, 12, and 11 Flower of Scotland added in my pick 6. You can see the 38% on adjusted time here on Flower of Scotland. Had a terrible run before that. That's why he's at 14 to 1. But his previous bat 84 run was not all that bad. Does have the best exact distance, median speed, the best exotic ranking. So he actually has the biggest percentage on probability, 38% on adjusted time. And if you look at adjusted time here, Flower of Scotland, Nina Amelia, the fifth wave, 12 Oaks, Dunia, and Impressive Duchess. And then that goes darker for worse down there. That's it from me, guys. My best bet, value-wise, each way is probably type 5. My second best is Celestial Love. Well, the most probable winner for me is probably Marigold in the fourth. And I wouldn't be surprised if Candice Dawson does a double in the first two and tries to beat Aunt L in the third. That's it from me, guys. Have a great day.